Hey guys, welcome back to the Ultimate Ironman, a series where one of the goals is to get ranked on different bossing high scores using the Colossal Blade. What follows this intro might be one of our most productive episodes yet. I told you that the planning session at the end of last episode would pay off. I hope you enjoy. Alright, we just crossed this gap and got ourselves 60 agility. We didn't last very long past 60 at the agility pyramid. I guess we're almost 61. And we have about 619k. So in order to make some more money and to get our prayer level up, I'm going to head back to the Lava Dragon Isle. So we are here in Port Sarim, going to buy our runes, going to go to Varrock, get our staff, and head there for some prayer XP and some money. 43 magic. Hey, we got ourselves a hit points level. In addition to that level, we also got ourselves a loop half of a key. So that may actually be one of the things worth saving in the looting bag for unlocking the crystal chest later on. And I actually believe that with this, 27 prayer as well. Coming in with 44 magic. Here we are, we're going to pick up our stuff and then re-suicide right here. And the poison from the spiders that we ran into is actually going to help us quite a bit with that. I think with the next cast here, get our magic level. I think the goal is 46 magic because that, I believe that's a requirement for Eyes of Glaufrey, which we want to do so that we can get the crystal saw for the construction boost so we can round out the rest of our construction training. Yeah, 46 magic is hopefully the goal. I don't know if we'll hit that by the time we finish the runes, but it'll probably be close. There's 33 hit points. Okay, 46 magic. We did hit it before we ran out of runes. Alright, now that we have finished our little trip to the wilderness, I figured we will try to use up the rest of our construction supplies. So that is what we're going to do now. We're headed to the house to grab Graceful and get going on using up the logs. I forgot that I'm going to need law runes to get around for getting rid of our construction supplies. So I just quickly suicided and we're just gonna risk the cash stack, you know? What I'm doing right now is buying an excess of cosmic runes and law runes so that I can do the mage training arena when I finish with the construction supplies. That is going to require a bunch of law runes, a bunch of cosmic runes, and a bunch of nature runes, but I'm pretty sure that I can craft nature runes by themselves without any quests, just doing Guardians of the Rift. That's probably going to be the plan for getting our nature runes so that we don't have to spend so much money, because here they're decently expensive. Not quite as expensive as the law runes, but they are still expensive. This is how much we're buying, and I stopped here and didn't buy more law runes because I think around 540k GP is how much I'm going to need to process the mahogany logs into planks for our training. So I think that's going to be the case. Hopefully I did that right. I guess we'll see. So what we did here in an effort to make training go more quickly is I built a dining room right next to the portal. It wasn't, I think it was either 5 or 10, probably 10k, and that will help us speed up our training. 59 construction right there, easy. So I just also made another sad realization, which is it was really never worth keeping the limestone bricks because these bricks equate to about 3,000 construction XP, which is really not that much and was not worth the inventory space for it this whole time. Alright, here we are back in Polnivenich because we are going to go back to the agility pyramid. We need to get about 50k in coins because, as you can see, we still have a few mahogany logs left and we ran out of GP to turn them into planks. So we're going to get enough GP for that. We're then going to go to the mage training arena for a mud rune so we can finish Eyes of Glaufrey. which then will give us a little bit of runecrafting XP so we can start going for Temple of the Eye, which will unlock Guardians of the Rift. And then after Guardians of the Rift, we're going to get a ton of nature runes to go along with our laws and cosmics and all these other runes to fully do Mage Training Arena up to 55 magic for High Alch. So that's the plan. I know that's a lot, but that is the plan for the foreseeable future. Well, I missed the message, but you can see down in the chat box we got ourselves 61 agility. I figured I would just round out that level. We have enough money now to finish up our logs, but I just wanted to get the level, so this will be our last lap, and then we can go get rid of our logs. So this is our last trip, and I got 4 teak planks because at level 60 construction, which we hit a little bit ago, we were able to, let's see, storage, yeah, we're able to build the teak wardrobe. So that'll be an upgrade for the costume room, and that's just something that I am going to do anyway at some point, but this will save us a couple inventory spots when we want to upgrade, do the full suite of upgrades to the costume room. So we're going to want to upgrade, the dress box, maybe not the toy box, but the fancy dress box, the treasure chest, and both of these two over there. That's probably going to be the biggest things that we're going to do. We're going to actually do a couple fun upgrades. We're going to do the teak house, turn that into the mahogany house. Looks a little fancier, I guess. And then I believe get a better altar here. Yeah, we're going to build the, let's see, the mahogany altar. So that's nice. And then upgrade the wardrobe. Yeah, look at that. All right, that's all the construction supplies from our adventures at Wintertot used up. See, we check the looting bag. Nothing left. All right, now we are going to try to get Eyes of Glaufrey done, and for that we're going to need a mud rune from the Mage Training Arena, which I have never done. So we're going to see how that turns out. We just got ourselves a hit points level while trying to kill these guys for their nature rune drop. Hey, there we go. We got our nature runes. All right, cool. We got some blood runes too. I don't know how much they'll sell for, but we're going to sell them. So if I would have looked at the items that we need for Eyes of Glaufrey, I would have seen that we need a hammer and a saw. And we just had those, but dropped them. So we're headed back to the house to grab them. So just to reiterate for a second while we're waiting for our home teleport to come back, why we're doing Eyes of Glaufrey is twofold. We want to get the runecrafting XP from it so that after we do enter the abyss, we don't have this awkward point where we're level 9 and we need level 10 to do the Temple of the Eye quest. So it'll give us plenty of runecrafting XP. And the other reason is so that we can get the crystal saw, which boosts your construction by 3 levels when you use it. That is to knock out some house upgrades, mostly, entirely in the costume room. We need the crystal saw, and we're also going to need tea. And tea requires that we have something in our stove space, and we currently do not. So we're going to need to acquire 8 steel bars and a little bit more construction XP as well before we make the costume room upgrades. We just killed an imp. This is why we randomly kill imps, because we got ourselves a black bead. All right, we got our mud rune and we've crushed it. That is a lot of dwarves. So to get this bucket of sap, we have to use a knife on an evergreen tree. And a good spot to find evergreens is just outside the Berthorpe Games Room. This is a creepy part of the quest. We got some invisible assassin gnome over here. Oh, there's our crystal, our saw. That's a good bit of XP and a lot of stuff. 48 magic, 22 rune crafting. All the way up from 0 XP. Alright, nice, there we go. Oh, it's a medium task. I've also never done this, I don't think. So, pretty cool. Here we are back in the house. Where am I supposed to build this thing? Here. Alright. Fancy range. Now, I believe that with these shelves and with the larder, as long as we leave one built here, we should have everything we need to make our tea as soon as we get to 61. So we have a couple more trips of oak logs, and then we will be able to build our stuff. Okay, with this larder, we're now up to our 61 construction. Okay, we're back here with our teak planks, and we're going to actually make a teak larder because I had the inventory space for it. And now I have to figure out how to make some tea. And then we just do pot of tea on the cup. And look at that, cup of tea. Okay, so with the crystal saw, I should be able to do, I already did our teak wardrobe earlier. The teak fancy dress box, this is invisibly boosted to 64. So the teak fancy dress box and the teak armor case, I should be able to do just without any tea, without drinking any of the tea. And then the teak treasure chest, I should be able to do after the tea. So if we do upgrade, yeah, see 64. So even though we have 61, the saw gives you the invisible 3-level boost. So there we go. We have the upgrade. We'll upgrade our fancy dress box as well. Our 2 teak planks, and then we have 2 left. Now what we should be able to do is drink the cup of tea, 63. Invisibly boosted up to 66. And there we go. That is satisfying. When we finished up that stuff in the costume room, that was really one of the main early game goals of the account, was to get the storage in the costume room finished so that we can feel free to do medium clues and just get all the armors that we want. Not that we were really at risk of not being able to store anything, because with the most recent updates, you can store absurd amounts of armor and magic equipment and all that. But basically, the plan now is to do Guardians of the Rift and get ourselves a bunch of nature runes so that we can do the mage training arena. But before that, I think that it's going to be useful to unlock the ability to craft cosmic runes and law runes, which means doing the Lost City quest for cosmics and Troll Stronghold for law runes. So we need to do those quests, and Death Plateau is a prereq for Troll Stronghold. So we're going to try to knock out those 3 quests pretty soon. Oh, imp. We're going to try to knock out those 3 quests. That is going to be... Oh, no, he's inside. All right, he gets away for now. But that is going to be the goal. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. It feels like we're finally making some solid progress towards our goals now, and I hope you're excited to see Dr. Big Sword continue to take some big strides towards PVM. A bit of news is that I'll be moving next week, so there will unfortunately be no video for next week. But I'll be back after that, and I hope to see you then. Thanks again for watching.